everybody, welcome back. I'm Russ Edmonds, veteran animator and story artist. And today I wanted to talk to you about seizing the opportunity to sketch and draw and learn. My mantra has always been observe, understand, sketch, and animate. And I really wanted to push that today. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. And join me on Patreon, where I've got lots of tutorials and webinars and chalk talks. I'll see you there. Sometimes opportunities come at you and you want to have your sketchbook handy. You know, a cat is sleeping in an odd position, or a deer jumps over a fence. And of course, you want to have your sketchbook handy and take some notes. Some opportunities are pre-planned, and this happens to be one of them. 8 weeks ago, we had to get some new chicks for the coop. And so we got 17 one-day-old chicks. That's an opportunity to sketch and draw. And not only an opportunity to sketch and draw, but to watch them grow and observe and understand what they're doing. Right here, we have an 8-week-old barred rock chick. And here's an adult hen, same breed. 8 weeks ago, they looked like little balls of fluff, stumbling around the brooder, testing their new wings and talking to their fellow roommates. And they instinctively knew their survival skills. They grouped for warmth, they flocked for protection, and I realized how fast these chicks were going to grow. I knew I had to start sketching this day. No procrastination. Get drawing. Whenever I start sketching these things, I'm always looking for stories. I'm always looking for drawing something different, something unique, and I always find them. So I was sketching these little chicks, and first thing I noticed is, oh boy, are they little raptors. You could see them all running after a mosquito. They would flock up and go after those mosquitoes. They look like little dinosaurs. And then we had one chick that was, we called her Little Princess because she kept trying to escape the brooder every time we opened the door. She was the only one. Everyone else would back into a corner. She would try to escape. She would challenge us every time. So we named her Little Princess. Well, this is Little Princess. She's a bit ornery, but I think she's going to be a great hen for our coop. And I truly believe she's going to be the top of the pecking order. Right, girl? After 2 weeks, there was a huge growth spurt. Chickens grow up at an incredible speed, and their parts grow at separate speeds. The neck and their legs grow faster than their bodies. They go through this awkward stage, like a teenage human, and they develop unique personalities. I watch their bodies squash and stretch, and I watch their odd walks and jumps. They now have most of their wings and tail feathers, but their heads are still fuzzy. I can see the chicks' individual personalities bloom as they find their place in the pecking order. The roosters are starting to find their friends and protect their girls against intruders. Like me when I try to change the water. There were two roosters in that flock. And you notice those right away because their legs started growing and they got taller than everyone else. Big, thick, heavy legs. They look like predator legs. And then, of course, their combs started to get red. When they're little, you can't tell, but they grew up. They were roosters. Here's one of the roosters. What do you think we should name him? Look at those feet. Gigantic. Now they're 8 weeks old. You can see how they've become little hens. They're scratching the ground, looking for bugs and grubs. They're exercising and they're taking dust baths. It won't be long before they can join the adult hens and be free to run the ranch and cause trouble. What I did is I took the opportunity, while I had the opportunity before they grew up, to do some sketching and some note-taking. Let me show you. When they were little, 3 days old, I just started sketching. I just wanted to get what they were like. Stories started to happen on the first day. like attacking the mosquito or nesting in the food bowl, scratching for bugs. I took some detailed observation, and I took some story ideas. The feathers were growing, and I took notes, flocking together to explore the brooder. I sketched their shapes and tried to understand their movements. I watched their body shape change and the squash and stretch as they walked. I noted that as their feet grew, they lost most of the webbing they had when they were days old. I sketched their movement, trying to understand their complex anticipations and arcs as they made what should be a simple head turn. I studied their stop and go actions as they strutted across the brooder. And I saw how fast the roosters grew, faster than any of the other chicks. I watched the smallest hen try to gain recognition from the biggest rooster, and she did. And now she's his favorite. It's amazing to find those stories. But that's what I did over those last 8 weeks. For me, it was a great experience. And I want you to understand too. Bring your sketchbook, take the opportunity, seize that opportunity to sketch and draw, observe, understand, sketch, and animate. If you do that, it'll make you a better artist. And that's all I've got to say for today. So get drawing, and I'll see you real soon. Bye. So if you like what I'm doing here, like and subscribe. And if you want to join me on Patreon, that would be great. Where on Patreon, I have tutorials and chalk talks and live webinars where I talk about animation and animal behavior and all that fun stuff. I'll see you there.